Hey, this is Scott, and today I just got this package in right here, and I believe this is from Bestview, and it's a 7-inch 4K monitor. And you know, there's a lot of monitors that I've reviewed, and there's a lot of monitors on the market, but this one seems pretty cool in a couple ways that I will get into later in this video once I actually open this up and test it out. But I just got it in the mail literally as I just got home, so I thought I'd sit down here and take a minute to unbox it on camera. So let's go ahead and see what's in here. R7, designed for revolution. So this is a 7-inch monitor from Bestview, and you can see some of the specs here. Full touch screen, which is nice, 3D LUTs, 4K, HDMI. The little 4K signal in there means that yes, this does natively accept 4K signal. So if your camera can put out a 4K signal over HDMI, this will natively accept it, so your camera doesn't have to do any of the work to downscale that for you. 1000 nits brightness, which is a good medium amount of brightness, more than a lot of cheap monitors, but maybe less than some of the super bright ones. However, a very usable amount of brightness there. Waveform monitoring, so they do have waveforms and things like that built in here. It's got all the bells and whistles, which is really nice. So I'm pretty excited about this. Pretty much the only thing that this doesn't seem to have is, you know, SDI connections, but it's got a lot of cool stuff built into there. And from what I've seen online, the actual user interface is really quite nice. So let's go ahead and actually open the box, see what's inside. All right, open it up. You got some foam on top, and when you take that off, right away there's the monitor, again with some information right on this little protective screen here. So that is surprisingly light actually for what I expected for a 7-inch monitor. That looks pretty well made. I'm actually not sure. I think that's plastic. It looks like metal, but I don't think it's actually metal, but it feels pretty good. I like the simplicity of it. It's just really like square. You know, you got this 1/4-inch screw thread on the bottom with some USB port. You got your in and out ports on the side here, and you do have external power options. You got a few buttons on the top here, but I like how minimal this is. You got a F1 and F2. I wouldn't mind. They have a lot of space. They could have thrown in a couple more just for, you know, people who want to use the physical buttons. I know they're trying to push the touchscreen feature on this, but still doesn't hurt to have a couple more up there. On the other side, you do have another screw thread. I wouldn't mind, again, if you're not going to put more function buttons on the top, I wouldn't mind seeing one more screw thread on the top. That never hurts, but in any case, that's what you got. And then on the back, very, very simple. You have pretty much nothing, just the single battery slot, and this is for Sony MPF batteries. You do have this release button, which I like. It's not just a friction design. You have a button actually to help you release it, so that's always usually pretty nice. On the bottom, I missed this. It has a port for your headphone jack, so that's nice to have as well. So let's go ahead and see what's under here. If you take this little foam frame out that was holding it in place, you can pull this cardboard part open, and you got a lot of stuff in here actually. So you've got, let's see, the monitor usage guide. It's actually pretty thick. They do include a nice little USB, so if you want to load your LUTs into there, firmware updates and stuff like that, it's nice that they include one for you. You got a nice little cloth there, a tool. This looks like a very nice little monitor mount, a hot shoe monitor mount here. Nice tilting, friction tilting thing. I believe there's another mount in here. I think they sent me a couple of mounts with this. I'm not sure what's actually included as usual. You might have a choice, I think, but this is a ball head mount. You got, it says HDMI A to C, full-size HDMI cable here, and a, I don't know what it's called, mini, micro, whatever it's called, HDMI there. Not so long, but you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Once again, yes, full size to, this time is the other one, micro or mini. I always forget what these are called. You do not have a full size to full size, unfortunately. You have a D-tap to DC power cable. That's really, really welcome to have. If you want to power this off of an external battery, which is really nice, especially as a high bright monitor. It might suck up battery a little bit more. I'll have to look at the specs. But if you have this on some kind of camera rig with a V-mount battery with, you know, D-tap power, that's really nice that they include this. It's this kind of stretchy type, so that's nice too. This is just one more thing that you don't have to go on Amazon to grab if you want to use it that way. I really like that they included that. It's a small little touch that maybe not everybody will use, but for people that will use it, it's really, really handy to have that included in the box. What is this? Aha, okay. So they don't include a hard shell carrying case or anything like that, but they do include this leather type, probably not real leather, soft inside bag, so you could slip that into here. If you want to transport it and you want to keep the screen safe from at least scratches, then that's nice to have. You know, I'm sure it's not going to protect it from much damage, but It's nice to have to protect that screen at least a little bit. Makes it a little bit easier to carry. There's some extra space in there if you want to throw some of the cables or whatever it is in there, although that'll scratch up the screen, but it's nice to include, I guess. It's better than nothing. They're thinking about it at least. That's cool. And that's it. That's the empty box. Overall, nicely packaged, nicely presented, apparently pretty nice quality monitor here. It's not metal, it's not like the highest quality thing in the world, but it is decent quality for sure, and I like the simplicity of it. So I'm looking forward to getting to play around with this a little bit more. The user interface is what I'm most interested to see. It looked really cool online, so I'm looking forward to seeing how intuitive it is and how effectively it actually works the way it's supposed to, if there's any bugs or anything like that. But I think this monitor may have a lot of potential to be a pretty decent little medium brightness 7-inch simple 4K monitor. So we'll come back to you with a full review of this soon, hopefully. And in the meantime, if you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. If you like this video or found it helpful, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to see more in the future, and as always, thank you for watching.